Alright, just a little garden update. Get some new stuff in here, this planter. And the little mole or mouse just scampered and pranced right through the garden. I'll try to include that, but the camera skipped out. Things are starting to get pretty big, so I'm thinking it's time to start moving things around. Especially the big stuff. You know, some of the things that are similar colors, like you have red there and purple, those don't need to be near each other. There's a brown flower right there. That can get moved in and that can get moved out. And that chrysanthemum is getting hugged out by that giant Coreopsis hybrid. So that's got to get moved. And that big yellow yarrow there in the front needs to get moved out of the way. So some things need to get rearranged, but I really think a word should be said about your shovel and your rake. They're the true rock stars of the garden. I can't tell you, basically everything I've done in the yard has included the shovel and the rake. So maybe when I'm done someday with everything I'm wanting to do with my yard, I'll put them up on the garage in an X in a coat of rake and shovel arms. Because without them, none of this would be happening. And there's been some real triumphs here in the garden. Look at the size of these guys. Look at the colors. The blue, the yellow, the black, the white, the red, the purple, the brown, and I can't remember what color this is, but this is yellow. So I'm going to move this one out and put that Polaris Coreopsis in its place. So we're going to have a white on yellow, red, white, purple. I'm going to move this brown flower over here and this one over here. Going to move this out of the way, maybe back there. And then I'm going to take this chrysanthemum here and put it there. Just trying to balance things out by size and height and width and color. I'm going to put a daisy in. The daisy's probably going to go there or there. I have kind of an open space. It's kind of being taken over by random things. Got a downspout here that comes down off the roof. And just about every seed and bird turd falls down through this trough right here. It goes down into the downspout, and I have raspberries. You can tell they've been feasting on raspberries and seeds of everything that has fallen in here. And we get these nice little yellow clover flowers here that are just pretty. I don't mind them in the garden, but you know, small trees and stuff like this, they're really not helping. So, and it wasn't like this last year, not at all, but it is this year, and there's going to be some weeding to do when I get all these flowers situated. Like I said, there's going to be some things moving around, and some things need to go on here. I really like this Polaris. It's called a Polaris Coreopsis hybrid. They get big, like those yellow ones over there. A lot of dianthus, red, pink, cheddar pink. There's a Polaris right there. So I've moved this guy out of the way. Gonna put something in there. These are cool. This is an offshoot. It's a spurge. Gets about 10 feet tall, or excuse me, 10 inches. So all this stuff is intended to grow together. Nice fertile rich soil. Nice tree. Makes it look nice when you clean it up. So just a little gardening update, and don't forget to say a blessing for your shovel and your rake. They're the true heroes of the garden. And this one here is really just quite a shovel. Probably the best one I've ever owned. I'm definitely not a fan of the composite handles. This one has a nice grip here, which is actually a bonus. But plastic or metal or fiberglass, I'm not a fan of. Never been. Don't like the feel of it in my hand. The wooden handle's what you want. I don't know if this is oak or hickory. It looks like oak. But, yep. done a lot with this shovel. It's your best friend in the garden. Got some of this elephant ear stuff going up here. I could pull it out, but I kind of like the little flower it makes. I'll pull it out eventually. The rugosas need to be deadheaded before the whole thing goes to seed. That's what it's trying to do right now. Big fat hips full of seed. These would be good if you just crushed them up and threw them into a wild space in your backyard. This thing was epically blooming, and I think I have